endless Seinfeld episode grinds to a halt after AI comic violates Twitch guidelines.
Yeah.
So this is, it's called Nothing Forever is the channel, and they just basically have AI generated Seinfeld episodes. Well, maybe just like scenes, not really episodes. And they talk about just, it tries to be Seinfeldy, and sometimes it is, and sometimes it's like the AI has no idea what the hell is going on.
It's basically been trained on Seinfeld scripts, so it'll be like, hey, Larry, do you want to go to the new Chinese restaurant down the road? And then Larry will be like, yeah, I've heard that place is pretty good.
And the entire chat goes, new restaurant, new restaurant.
Yeah.
And then the stats come up, 94th new restaurant this day.
Yeah. And, it's weird too. Like, characters will always go use the microwave in the scene for whatever reason.
When I was watching, I didn't see a single character use the microwave.
Oh, really?
I would, because like Rip would watch in the background while he was working, and I could hear the microwave go off, and I'm like, yeah. The entire chat would go,
yeah.
Which is weird because in the actual show, more often they were going into the fridge to grab a snack or a drink, then use a microwave.
You'll hear like the beep, 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 and then the chat just all of a sudden is like all these amps. So it got suspended because Larry went off the deep end.
They turned safe mode off.
Yeah. What happened was they were using the one AI to do the chat, the videos, and it was generating all these weird scenes where there'd be nobody in the scene and just an empty room or whatever. So they moved to a different AI, but the other AI they used didn't have like the safeguards that they had for certain things not to be said. So Larry basically did, it's like Larry said a joke about like gay people and trans people, but it's not like offensive really.
Yeah.
A little bit. It is kind of, but it's done in a way that's like making fun of the style of humor, not the people.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm explaining that well.
It was done as a joke.
It's
that
like,
was a little bit tasteless, but not. He was like, "Oh, I was gonna do a joke about this."
yeah,
and then I decided not to.
yeah, because nobody's laughing.
Because no one.
So it's kind of like when you'd say something edgy, but afterwards be like, "Oh, it's just a joke."
It's just a joke.
It's just a joke, man.
It's just like you're watching. Who's that guy?
I don't know.
That comedian. That British comedian.
I don't know.
Inhales and laughs.
Inhales and laughs.
Jimmy. No.
Yeah, Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr.
I have been said that I laugh like him.
You do not laugh on the inhale.
No. Yeah. Sometimes I do if I've been laughing really hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, he said some things about trans people and gay people or whatever, and they got suspended for, well, they said 14 days, I think. So,
they'll tweak the algorithm.
Yeah, they'll tweak it.
They'll
They'll be back.
And they'll be back with their 10,000 viewers.
Yeah, they got to be a little more on the ball for that kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Was it good? Was it worth watching?
Did
it entertain?
It did sometimes.
Yeah, the amount of time you would have to watch in order for it to come up with something funny, it was But there was a when I started watching it at home a little bit, I'd throw it on just to see what was going on. They would do like the you know how you would go to like channel 2 and it would show the preview, the guide.
Oh yeah.
They were doing that, and some of the shows were like spot on, and then some of the shows were just slightly off, and it'd be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't have an example, but some of them were really funny.
Most of the time when I would laugh the most, it would be an accidentally hilarious moment where it wasn't like intended to be.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain, but there was times I was legitimately laughing out loud. But a lot of the time you just sit there and be like, okay, they're going to a new restaurant. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes even reading the chat was the funny part too. Like there was one scene I watched where Larry was talking to, I don't even know what the George character was. And the George character saying how he went on a first date. And then all of a sudden, instead of George saying it was his first date, Larry was saying it was his first date. So he like took over his life. Basically. He was telling her how his date went. Yeah, it was very weird.
Yeah. And then it's just like, when you go and see the Rocky Horror Picture Show in the theater and everyone's doing the things at a certain time, like the chat would do the certain things at a certain time.
Exactly.
Every time something would happen. Probably a good drinking game, actually.
Yeah. I enjoyed my time with it.
I think I'd just rather watch the original Seinfeld.
I would not like to watch the original Seinfeld.
It was fine for like background. I wouldn't sit there and watch it, but it'd be like I'm doing something else and have it running and just be like, what is going on?
What?
Seinfeld didn't age as well as Friends. That's my hot take.
Yeah, it's probably not a hot take.
I don't know. A lot of people say that the other way around, but I watched them both recently, and I just was like, wow, Friends just stood the test of time better.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, I never liked Seinfeld to begin with, so.
Oh, no?
No, I don't like shows about nothing.
I mean, it's not really about nothing.
I know it's not really about nothing, but just the situations and the stuff, I'm just like,
I just taking the sitcom too seriously.
Yeah, these guys are so stupid.
Well, yeah, no shit.
I know. That's the whole point, and that's why I can't watch it.
Can't say that about anybody.
That's usually my complaint about things. Like if the trouble they get into is nonsensical, logical, like no one in their right mind would ever do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I loved Seinfeld. I don't know, maybe because I just grew up with it. It was like Seinfeld, Friends, back to back.
Yeah. I mean, they never really did anything that was stupid, though. Well, I mean, George is stupid or whatever, but
yeah, sometimes George's and he would just dig himself further instead of
Kramer's a clown, so whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, like Elaine buzzes in a jewel thief. Oh well, people do that sometimes. It's an accident. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole Seinfeld now could have been just saved with a cell phone call, basically.
Oh yeah.
So all the problems could have been solved. So it's definitely a product of its time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, Nothing Forever will be back.